All right. Whew, boy. Tuesday is done. Today was a busy day, boy. Busy. Creeping up the list of probably the coolest stuff I've ever hauled. We're gonna go hunt for Ewoks. I really wish I had like a Darth Vader or a Stormtrooper helmet I could put on while I was going to deliveries.
Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all.
Oh man.
It's all way of life.
That grease on my pants. Dang it. It's supposed to be like that. But the longer you look at this thing, the worse it gets. Like,
if you're out here riding with me, come on back and make some noise. We're the last of the cowboys.
This is one of the busiest days I've had in a while. I don't know that I made any money. We're gonna find out later on this week, I guess, but definitely busy. So this morning, first, right off the bat, we had to get those fire bricks delivered up in Cleveland, at Cleveland Cliffs. And as I said in the last episode, it's been a minute since I've been there. And luckily enough, my memory served me correctly. However, where we normally get in, I knew exactly where I was going, or it was in my brain that was the spot I needed to be. And it turns out that was. However, I had to go in a different way. So that was how we started off the morning, and I caught a little bit of filming on that. What's happening, brother? I got a delivery fire bricks.
Where you going to?
34A.
No, where's that, right?
I got an idea, but
Trying to find your map.
yeah, it says Boost Station 34A Brick Shed, which I think is over on the other side, isn't it? But that steel yard is closed.
You get lost, come on back, we'll get your escort.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Activate. Activate.
As you guys saw right there at the very tail end of that clip, you should have saw the mud that we were about to drive into. I don't know. This is one thing it frustrates me about steel mills, is we spend a lot of time and effort and money. Spend a lot of time, effort, money trying to make our trucks nice, keep them nice. Like this right here is an example. We try to keep them nice for a couple different reasons. Number one, you know, it's some pride in what you have, pride in what you're driving, pride in what you have, pride in your work, pride in what you do. Like, so there is some degree, and a lot of that is pride. However, it also makes a big difference with the Department of Transportation. A clean truck, without a bunch of crap on the dashboard, clean truck, well taken care of, that's the way they're going to see it. They're going to see it as being well maintained. They're going to see it as less likely to be able to find violations on it. So they're going to be less likely to pull you over and look for violations. But when you're going into 9 inches of straight mud, like I just went into this morning, that kind of trashes a truck. And then of course I went into it, delivered in it. So not only is the outside of my truck covered in crap now the inside of my truck is covered because I had to, man, this corner might be tricky to get out of here. Got to make this turn right here, and that guy's parked right there. And of course, green lines, no situational awareness whatsoever. He's like, I'll just come around him. That guy doesn't need to come out of there. My shit is more important. So anyways, not only is the outside of my truck now all trashed, but because I had to walk around in that stuff and open up the tarp, undo all my straps, go to the other side, unhook the straps, roll my straps up. I'm walking around in that stuff the whole time. And so that trashes the floor on the inside of your truck too. So it's like, it's very frustrating when you take the time that people like me take to keep their stuff clean and organized and nice, to go into something like that. Right off the bat, it kind of got me a little bit frustrated this morning with that. Not to mention, it took them forever. Had I not gone wandering around looking for whoever was supposed to be unloading me, they never would have unloaded me. I probably still would have been sitting there had I not gone and sought out somebody to unload me. I'd still be sitting there, and that's frustrating because not one, not two, but 3 different forklifts drove by me, saw me sitting there, curtain open, fire bricks in it, clearly was delivering there, clearly sitting right next to a shed that had a whole bunch of fire bricks in it, and nobody said a word. Nobody pulled over and said, hey, has anybody helped you? Nobody pulled over and said, hey, is somebody coming to get you? Nobody did any of that. They just drove on by because, you know, why not? It's not their job, right? So I sat there for, I don't know, probably a half hour after I was actually ready to go, after I had everything open, the straps off, all buttoned up, ready to go, just waiting on them to unload me. I probably sat there a half hour after that before I was finally like, okay, I'm done. And I went and found somebody. They radioed. It still took them 20 minutes after they radioed to them and told them I was there. So that was frustrating right off the bat. And then I left there, went over to Lorraine, picked up 2 bundles of bars, 3,600 pounds each. I think it was like totaling like 6,000 pounds. 2 bundles of bars, 21 foot long, no big deal at all. Nice, easy load. Picked those up, went right back to the same mill. Different door, and of course came with the same problems, just a little different variety of the same problems. But went to the door, and of course that door is like, oh, well, if we unload them here, then we can't take them where they need to be. And I'm like, well, then why are they telling them to come here? Like, why are they telling us to bring them here if you can't offload them and get them to where they need to be? Why don't I just take them where they need to be? So I ended up driving all the way back around the building after they figured that out, taking it to where it should be, got them offloaded, got everything buttoned back up, and then there was a wheel loader in the way loading a articulating dump truck, big rock truck, loading up with some stone to go somewhere else on the mill, blocking the way for me to get out. And it's just like, you know, you guys didn't see it. These guys are not on a logbook. They're not on an electronic logbook. It's just hours just clicking away. while I'm watching them do their job. It's very frustrating. So I got that done, and I went to a different gate. So this is a third gate for the same mill that I've been to. Different gate to go load coils, and that actually went fairly smooth. My time was, you have a 2-hour window on each side of your appointment time, so I was able to get right in. My appointment time was for 2:36. It was like 12:45 when I got there. I was able to check in, get down there, get loaded right away. They loaded me right up. There was a few trucks, so I had to wait in the line. I don't mind that. I don't mind waiting for trucks that are in line. Like if you're doing something and you're loading the trucks and there's just a lot of trucks, then it is what it is. Like as long as you're doing something and you're trying to do it as quick as you can, I get it. Like just too many trucks. So I had to wait, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes in line while some other trucks got loaded and got out of the way. But everybody was really good about it. The drivers were good about it. They were getting loaded, throwing one chain and getting that heck out of the way so that the rest of us could pull up there and get loaded, which I did the same thing, put mine on. And then I ended up just go ahead and, since that, man, this visor, sometimes it's hard to see a red light. When your nose is facing down and the red light's up here and the visor's facing down, it's pretty tough to see the red light. But I ended up this is like 35, 40 minutes south of my house, directly south on this same road that I live on. This Route 7 that I'm on right now takes me right up to the city I live in. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead, since these things are permitted, just permit them straight there. That shipper's open 24 hours. So I just came down and delivered them. It's 4:30 now. So we left the house at about 6 this morning. Ran those fire bricks up to Cleveland, delivered those, went over to Lorain, picked up those bars, went back to Cleveland, dropped those bars off. Then we went into a different gate in Cleveland, in the same mill, picked up a couple coils, ran them down to Brookfield, Ohio, delivered Brookfield, Ohio, and now we are headed home for the day. So looks like pretty decent day. Still probably going to end up being about a 12-hour day. I'm curious to see, I'm trying it this week. I'm running to Conestoga all by itself this week, letting Andrea dispatch me, trying to see how's it gonna go? How's it gonna work? Am I gonna get home at a decent hour every day? Am I gonna make enough money? Because that's a big one. Everybody's got bills to pay. And obviously running local steel, you're gonna take a little bit of a pay cut from running to RGN. So I'm curious to see how full week of this will go. We're gonna find out this week. But today wasn't so bad. Like I said, left the house about 6:30, and I'll be home. I'll be back up there about 5 o'clock. I should be back by the time I drop the trailer and get to the house. It'll be about 5:15. So, tomorrow looking pretty good. We're gonna obviously starting out empty. We're gonna run up to Conneaut, Ohio, which is just north of my house, maybe 20 minutes. We're gonna run up to Conneaut, load something, look like 16 pallets of something. I don't know what I'm getting. Load some pallets, those go to Cleveland. We're gonna deliver those in Cleveland, and then we got a reload right out of Steel Warehouse going over to Bedford, Pennsylvania, and we will probably preload that and just take it to the house, be home for the night, run out to Bedford on Thursday morning, deliver that, and see what Andrea comes up with. Probably gonna be a coil or a group of coils out of Pittsburgh, I would think, knowing Andrea. So we will see what would happen. Hopefully not. Those aren't my favorite places. It's my favorite place to go. Hopefully it's something different, but we will see what happens. But let's go home for the night. All right. Wednesday. Oh man, I meant to film earlier today. Ran up, left the house about 6, got the trailer, got everything snatched up, ready to go about 6:30. Ran up to Conneaut, which is only about 20-25 minutes from my house. Ran up to Conneaut, got loaded. We ended up getting some super sacks that we took up to Cleveland to deliver at the same mill that we've been to 17 times yesterday. Seems like we're at that mill quite a bit. So hopefully I stop getting sent to the muddy places, because this delivery here went right back through the mud. I was talking about it earlier. This delivery, that 34 door, or that 34A, that booth I was at sitting in the mud. I had to drive right back through, like right next to it, just like I went to deliver. I had to drive right back past it to get to the door that I had to deliver the super sacks. So got that done. We got up there about 7-ish, 7:30. Got loaded and out of there about 8:30. Got up to the mill. I stopped to grab some breakfast because I was hungry. So grabbed a couple sandwiches and got up to the mill about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Had a little trouble finding where I headed to be. Ended up having to call and get an escort to take me over to where I needed to be, and he took me to the wrong place. While I was rolling up the back flap, the way that bar works is it's got the long bar that you guys always see me rolling up with, but on the end of that there is about a 4 to 5 inch piece that slides into the bottom rail that goes up that goes through the bottom of the door, and then there is a ball joint, and then it slides down. The big bar connects to that. So what happened there was, as I was starting to roll that up, the pin that goes through there's 2 pins, and the one pin broke, and so that turned into a little bit of event. So what we ended up doing was, I got it, was able to make delivery. Luckily enough, it broke when it was almost all the way up, and I was able to just push it up on top, and it was up there. And then getting it down was no big deal. Just give it a shove, and it comes down on its own. So we did that, and then I had to drop off some bills at the yard, so I just ran over to the shop, had them throw a bolt in that thing real quick and get it fixed so that we could come up here and get delivered. Now we're up here till 1 o'clock, right at our appointment time. It's about 10 after 1 right now. Got checked in right at our appointment time. Unfortunately, there is a truck in the one door that I need. So as soon as he gets out of there, which apparently this guy doesn't speak a lick of English, so he's probably going to be in there a while. It's probably going to... What I have found is most of these guys that don't speak English also don't care that they're taking up everybody else's time. So we're going to see how long this takes, but once we get loaded, we'll get that stuff chained down and we'll go home. Go home for the night. Delivering this one in Bedford, Pennsylvania tomorrow morning, and then, as I suspected, we're going to go back to Metal Tech of Pittsburgh, pick up 2 coils to go out to Toledo, Ohio. We're just going to snatch those up, take them home. We'll deliver them out in Toledo Friday morning. So hopefully this don't take too long and I can get home. Looking like it's going to rain, and you know what? I'm actually kind of hoping it starts raining, just because the mud hole that I've been through going into the mill the last couple days, it's got this truck trashed, so it could use a good soak. I'm kind of hoping it does rain a little bit and washes this thing off a little bit, gives it a little free bath basically. So here we go. Let's see how long this takes. Here's my see that truck over there in the corner, over there in the other bay? That's our boy Keith over there getting loaded. He's already loaded.
straight up.
Look, our boy Keith showed up to help.